Bryan, when did you start playing football, and why was it your goal to become a professional player?
To be honest, when I was young, it wasn't my goal.
Really?
I was just playing football for fun. I always says like to the teachers that I wanted to play football, that I wanted to be a footballer when I grow. But at the beginning, it was just because my brothers used to play football, so I wanted to do like them, and I think I started a bit late, like 8 years old. It wasn't like
Yeah, it is late.
yeah,
It is late.
yeah, late. So yeah, I started at 8 years old, and yeah, because my brother, I always used to watch him play football, so I said, yeah, why not?
Bryan, in 2014, right? You moved 100s of kilometers away from your family, also in a football academy. How was the time for you?
To be honest, that was good, really good, because I know that I moved far from my family, but for something that I love, that I really liked, it's to play football, to train like every day, like you waking up and go training. I was seeing this like professional player, I wasn't, but it's kind of,
Right.
you go to school,
And
you go training, you eat, like you have to do they do everything for you.
yes,
So
yes,
it's
right.
really nice.
Did you miss your family because it was so far away from your family?
I do, really, I do. I think every day I was on the phone with my family, my brothers, my father, and yeah, but I wasn't like crying or, had the feeling that I have to go back home or, because it's different. I I was seeing this as a chance, to be a footballer player, like
Yes.
professional. So they also like push me a lot. So they told me like, you know why you're there, why you're there. So just have to be like respectful with people and just do my thing, on the pitch. So that was good.
Okay. Tell me a bit about this time in the football academy. How did you manage some setbacks there, or did you even have some setbacks there, or was everything great?
No. When I came from my first season, I had a lot of trouble because I didn't play that much at the beginning, and then at the same time, I lost my dad.
Oh,
The first season. I mean, the first year when I came to the academy, so that was a bit hard. So I came back to France, to spend a little time with my family because, of course, we play football, but there is something more important than football. So I came back to see my family, my mom, and so I was in the room with my brother, and then we said like, okay, what I have to do now? So I don't play a lot, and football. This is like
it was the time when you were in Bielefeld?
no. That was the time when I was in academy.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you lost your father in such young ages.
Yeah, I was 15. I was 15.
Okay, horror.
Yeah, and yeah, I came back to France to see my family, spend time with them, and then so yeah, I was in a room and then say to my brother, okay, what should I do now? Because I know I'm not gonna stop football. This is part of life. Everyone's gonna dead one day. So I was just more there to support my family, because this is not something nice to hear and see as well. And yeah, I was speaking with my brothers and then say, okay, now my father is not there anymore. I think, as footballer, when become footballer professional, you can earn money. You can this is his wishes to see his son play football. So, okay, I said I have to give everything like more than everyone. So I came back. I came back with the same mentality, even more. Like I was really hungry. Like I wanted to eat everything. And after this, like I was playing and then score lot of goals, and then I at the same year, I did my first training with the professional team. I was 16, and yeah, everything was like boom.
So do you think this really, really sad event pushed you even more to say, okay, now I really want to help my family, of course, also in a financial way. I want to support my family. I mean, I think it's one of the hardest things in life is to losing your dad, to be honest. But do you think it just pushed you more, and that was the reason why everything went up so well afterwards?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. I was already motivated, but after this, I was even more, because this is something, it's like when you lose someone in your family, like this is like very, very, very sad. And yeah, I think this is make me grow fast as a man, So okay, I said like I knew like my father was sick, so he was sick. So I saw a lot of things when I was young, when I was at home before, and yeah, when I heard the news, I was like, okay, I was sad, of course, I cried a lot, but I said, okay, now I have to show to my family that I'm not, I'm not down, and yeah, everything going so fast. Like I was starting to play, score a lot of goals, and then train with the profis, and yeah, everything was like so fast. So yeah, that's helped me a lot.
So your dad was even sick when you were really young?
Yeah. He was sick. They like sometimes he was good, feeling good, sometimes sick. So he went to hospital, come back home, and this kind of things when you see as young, it makes you like even I think more bigger as a man. Like you
Right.
grow fast. So that's why.
Was it also a kind of motivation for you to say like, okay, I really want to be a pro player because then I earn money and can help my family or my dad to get the perfect medical support?
Yeah, of course. Because when I was young, I used to watch football with him on the TV, all the time. And then he always say the same sentence, like if one day I can see you like them on the pitch, it can be good. And then I always tell him like, yeah, I'm gonna be on the pitch one day. Don't worry about it, And then yeah, it's kind of sad because I wanted that he see me on the pitch, as a professional. Yes. But I think whatever where I am, so I know he's here, always watching on me. So there is no problem. I'm really proud of what he does for me as a father. So yeah.
Bryan, when you see young football players out there, what would you say are the most important things for them when they have the same goal as you had to become a pro player once?
I think I'm gonna say like everyone really is to believe in yourself, really, because it's really important. Like when you have a good mindset, I think for me the brain is the most bigger muscles of the body, and it's just to be happy to play, like to train every day as a footballer, So what I can say is just to work hard, really, to even if you are tired, to do a little bit more than everyone, because maybe 20 minutes, even if it's only 20 minutes from like more than everyone, it's 20 minutes, so it's going to be more than everyone, of course. And of course, it's for me, it's always to be happy, to think there is like a lot of people, they just wake up and then do something that maybe they don't like, or like maybe they wake up really early, and then they finish very late. So I think it's a chance, even if you're not profis first, but to become professional player, it's to work a lot and to be on time. Like maybe if you have to be there at 9 o'clock, you come 8:30. These kind of little things. I think the coach, they see this, and they can see that okay, you're motivated, and then of course. But for me, first it's to be happy, really.
when you see the young generation now, and it's hard for me to speak about the young generation because you're also only 25 years old. But when you see the young generation at Schalke, for example, they are 16, 17 years old. Do you think they have the same hunger and they're willing to sacrifice as you guys had in the past?
But you can see sometimes some detail. You can see that they are still young, you know. But I think they don't know. So I think as a older, you have to show them the way, you know. Like because if they don't see you working, like how like for them it's normal to not working, you know. And I think you have to push them. Like we have to be honest, in Schalke we have like a lot of good talents, a lot of good players, young players, and they some players they're working a lot. To be honest, some players a bit less. But when you see this as a player, because we are groups, you know, so it's to push them. Okay, no, don't go take your shower, go a bit in the gym, do your thing, or stay a bit more on the pitch, you know. And but to be honest, they're doing more and more and more, so it's really nice for the group and for them as well.
What would you say, Brian? How important is the mental side in football, like the mental part?
I think it's one of the big part of the. I mean, as a footballer, it's one of the big part because if you don't feel good in your head for different reasons, you know, maybe I don't know, as a parent, maybe the kids are sick, so you don't feel good, comfortable, and this all kind of things, you know. As footballer, it's to be focused on the pitch, and like I said, to be honest, to be free mind, you have to say, okay, you're just gonna play football, you know. Like these like most important things in life, you know, that play football. So I think, the mindset as a footballer is really it's one of the biggest part as a footballer, like to say you are the best, to be free mind, you know, and it's really important because when you play, example, we play for Schalke, I play for Schalke, and every weekend, I mean every 2 weeks, you play for 60,000 people. It's not nothing, you know. We have really good fans, really good fans, and sometimes as a player, if you're not ready, because even if this is your fan, if you're not ready, you can you know, play your football, but just the half, you know, and the best is to give 100%. So I think you have to. I think there's more and more people they're starting to work mentally.
Yeah.
So it's really nice because it helps a lot. I do it, and I can tell you it helps a lot, really.
Okay. And what strategy do you have when it comes to train your brain and train the mental side in football? How do you work for it?
There's a lot of things. They use meditation. Like you can do it before and after the game. Like before the game when you are in a room before to go to the stadium, or you can do it also during the week. It's like small trainings, you know. You do it before to sleep. It's also nice. There is also you can do some exercise for your brain, you know. There's a lot of things to do, you know, but it helps for real.
So you said you work with a mental coach, right?
Yeah.
And you do also have some exercises on the pitch, but also outside on the pitch.
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday. Yes, not yesterday. Last week I spoke with a mental coach, and he told me that a lot of his clients, they have issue with staying present. So they are on the pitch, and their brain is like in the past, the mistake, for example, or in the future, what's gonna happen in the next few minutes, but not being present, for example. Do you also have sometimes the problem of staying in the present?
I used to have it before, but when I now starting to work, it's getting better and better, you know. But at the beginning, same, like, you know, when, example, you miss a shot, and then you think always about it, you know, why I miss it, like I shouldn't score, you know, and this kind of things like staying in your head, and you're not the same on the pitch after that, you know. So I used to speak with my mental coach, and then he always says like, even if I miss, it's finished. Like think about something else, you know. Like you have to think about, because the game is not finished, you know. You can have 1-2 actions. Like, so if I miss, it's okay. This is football. And like I starting to increase in my head, and now it's better. Like I don't have like this pressure. I mean, when you miss something, you always think, why I missed, why, no, you know. So I think it's important to, like, even if you miss something, like to move on, you know.
Right. How do you deal with critics? I mean, you play in one of the biggest clubs in Germany right now. You play every weekend. You play in front of 60,000 people. I know the German media can be also really, really tough and really, really critical. How do you deal with critics? Do you take it personal?
To be honest, no. Because I know when I did a bad game, so I have my autocritique, you know. So this is something that I do every day, even at the training, if I miss something or if I do something good, you know. So of course, as a footballer, you're gonna have always critique from people, you know. But you don't have to read the commentary. You don't have to, you know. This is something you can like kill yourself, you know. So this is football. It's always gonna be like this till the end. So I mean, now it doesn't matter for me, really.
Okay. When you have some loss in football, Bryan, for example, I don't know, you don't score for a period of time, or even worse, you get injured. How do you deal with these kind of situations, and what keeps you moving then?
Like we spoke later, my faith in God. To be honest, this is something that it makes me feel good, you know. Okay, I'm injured. Okay, this is something, but I'm gonna be back anyway. So I try to, during the period like when I'm injured, it's to think about after, you know, like when I'm gonna be back on the pitch, to train more harder, to be fit and back, you know, to not be again injured, you know. So I'm gonna say this is my faith in God, and that's it.
Great. Bryan, in 2021 it was, you moved to a completely new country for you and new culture. How was the adaptation for you to the German culture?
With the language, that was very hard.
Everything, culture, language, people, weather, kind of everything.
To be honest, I was happy to move in Germany. I didn't know about the language, I didn't know about people, but there's like really, really good people. They are really good, and they're also like, it's different because they're also like strict, you know. They are always on time, on point, you know. So I wasn't surprised, but the language really at the beginning was hard, and then you have to learn the language. You have to, but I'm a social guy, so I mean, wherever I am, I'm always open, like to speak with people, you know. So that's with the language that helped me a lot, because I had to learn really, really fast.
Bryan, last year you moved to Schalke, Schalke 04. It's one of the biggest football clubs in Germany. How does it feel to play in front of 60,000 fans every weekend?
But you know, before that I signed, they sent me like videos about the fans, you know. So and even before, like when I was watching the Schalke at the TV, I saw the fans, like, you know, I wasn't impressed because it's from the TV, you know. And I was like, okay, that's good, that's really good. But when I was there for the first time, I said that this is something different. To be honest, because
Really, it is?
yeah, I used to watch I used to play. I mean, I used to play with Bielefeld everywhere, like every team almost. And I was already like, oh, okay, Germany is different. It's another level, you know, as a fan. But Schalke, I think there's nothing better than Schalke, to be honest, as fans. This is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, but you have to be there to see, you know. You have to see by yourself, you know. This is something crazy, to be honest.
I mean, a lot of fans does always also mean a lot of pressure. How do you deal with this pressure?
Personally, I don't feel this is something like I don't have the pressure like bad side, you know. It's always good because I mean I don't have pressure when I'm on the pitch because I'm focused, you know. I'm like in my bubble, you know. This is after when it's finished, like you can see again the fans and it's different. Even when you score, you know. Wow, this is another level, to be honest. And no, I don't have pressure, you know. I don't have pressure, but I know maybe like to have a lot of fans like this, and if you don't play good, you know, like last season we didn't play that well, you know. That was a hard season for us, and I can understand if there is some players that had like pressure, to be honest.
Are you sometimes scared of failure? That you fail at Schalke?
Not scared, but I'm gonna be maybe disappointed, you know, because a club like Schalke with the fans, you want to show, you know, you want to show your best vision of yourself. You want to show your best, I mean, just you want to show you want to show them. You want to be the best on the pitch, you know. And sometimes, when you don't play good, of course it's hard, you know. But I'm not scared, but maybe disappointed if one day I have to move from the club and I didn't do everything that I wanted to do. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What are your goals for the season with Schalke?
I think it's everyone, you know. It's to try to play the top, to not do the same mistakes as last season, you know, and to really to enjoy, you know, and to go up, not think at the beginning to go up, but to play the top, you know, really to play the top, and if we can go up, it's gonna be amazing.
Perfect, Bryan. We are quite at the end. Last question. What are your 3 advices for young football players who want to go pro once?
It's to don't give up, because sometimes, you know, even I don't know, after like academy they are not professional, so they want to give up. So I know some friends, they still believe in their quality, and today they are footballer professional. So I think it's like to enjoy what you're doing and to work hard, really to work hard. Don't think about like what I'm gonna do if I have to do this. Really just stay focused and work hard, really.
Great. Bryan, it was a pleasure. It was so nice to talk about football with you and to talk about your personal life with you. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best for the next game at the weekend, but also, of course, for the whole season. Nothing but the best. And I will definitely visit you at Schalke for a game.
For sure, I'm waiting. You can come. You can come. You're welcome.
It was a pleasure, Bryan. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.